What's wrong?
My fiancé just disappeared. He's not like him. I know something's happened to him.
Talk to me.
Yeah, his name's Derek Laver. He's just a worker like me, but he's also this amazing fighter. He was trying to get us out of this life by winning in the arena. And he was. But then, you know, these people, bad people, became really interested in him, and after his last fight, a lot of serum flies around in fights like this. And he usually wins, which makes people lose serum, and then, I don't know. Please find him.
I'll see what I can do. Hey there.
Hey there, back. What can I do you for?
I'm looking for a promising young arena fighter who recently disappeared. Name's Derek Laber.
Derek? Yeah, now that you say it, it's been a while since I seen him. Only a matter of time, though, what with all them Vori hanging around him. Bet you the bookmaker knows something. Guy like Derek wins a lot of fights. He's a guy the bookmaker's gonna keep an eye on. If I was you, I'd ask a few questions.
Thanks. I'll go see him.
Hey, new blood to the neighborhood. Name's Sam Rowe, bookmaker at the Curiosities, which means I not only take bets on the fights, but I set them up too. So, whatever your flavor, I'm your man. You a betting man or a fighting man? Care to dance?
More a fighter, I guess.
Yeah, you seem the sort. We got two types of dance cards, see? On-demand fights for the beauty of the sport, and a tournament where the fighters instead gotta take on a number of challenges. You win them all, you take the title, and a reputation to not fuck with you.
I'm looking for a man named Derek Laber. He fought here?
Sure, yeah, he fought a couple times. Was making a name for himself before he got himself caught in some shit. But you're asking me to speak out of turn, which could come back to bite me. That kind of risk should be worth compensation.
Another man with his hand out. How much do you want?
Let's just say I wouldn't have the same hesitation if I was having this conversation with a tournament champion. At least the winner of the first round.
I'll think about it.
That's what I'm talking about. Follow me to the arena, fresh meat. They're gonna love you. Hello there. Ready for a fight? A challenge?
Good luck. Here, listen up, everyone. There will be war. Tricks are in.
That a boy! Damn impressive! Your reward for victory!
Good luck. And beware, friends. Gonna get real nasty like very nice. Forward around. All set.
That a boy! Damn impressive! Your reward for victory!
Good luck. And watch out. Weapons abound and all bets are in.
That a boy! Damn impressive! Your reward for victory!
Hey, I'm looking for a guy. Used to fight in the arena. Name's Derek Labor.
Derek Labor? Yeah, I know who that is. Heard rumors going around about him lately. I heard he got real drunk at a bar, had to be carried out by friends. That's it, though. Maybe. You know, maybe he's still passed out in the alley behind the bar or something. Go check it out.
Thanks. Maybe I'll do that. those marks around his mouth aren't right. Muscles are completely contracted. Whatever happened to this boxer, he didn't die from his wounds. Poison, maybe. I'm no expert, but there's gotta be some way to figure out what killed him. Just grab a blood sample from his mouth. Maybe Scott can tell me more.
My boy, I have a favor to ask you. I've lost something.
What'd you lose?
I mentioned one thing. Oh, I am sorry. In fact, it's about a friend. Charles? You remember Charles? No, you can't remember him. Silly me, you never met him. Anyway, Charles is a friend. A scientist co-worker. He was way more successful than I must say. So, he's a friend, and I lost him. It looks like he disappeared, and I am a bit worried. I know that he was doing some sensitive research. Important. Maybe he ran into problems because of that. Anyhow, it's hard to tell.
How do you want me to find him?
He has an assistant. Very nice. She used to make delicious pastries. Unless I'm mixing her up with someone else. Anyway, he had an assistant. I'm pretty sure of it.
I'll go find her. She must know what happened to him, and if she does, it'll turn out the professor is just in a conference somewhere.
Maybe. It's true I don't get invited to conferences as often as I used to. It's rather unfair. I used to love the cocktails they serve.
Could you take a look at this blood? It's a boxer who got killed, and I need to know what happened to him.
You have suspicions as to how he died? You know, boxing is a violent sport. Maybe he took too many hits. I've already seen head traumas that were so violent that the brain looked like jelly. Or maybe... Oh, yes. You want an analysis. Maybe he'd been on drugs. Give it to me, I'll look at it. It'll take me a couple...
So...
This person... A boxer, you said. He was put in prison. No doubt about it. Nobody would use jellyfish venom to boost oneself. It's a very dangerous venom, you know, and very hard to extract. There was someone... let me think. Yes, that's it. A merchant who was selling items for hunters. Would you believe that that guy had learned how to extract venom from jellyfish? It was quite daring. Because they blow up, you see, so it's complicated.
Thanks a lot, Scott. I'm gonna go see that merchant. Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him?
And you are?
Zachariah Mancer. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. Haven't seen him for days. I'm Veronica Seeker, the professor's assistant. I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even like to sleep, said it just wasted time. Even more than likely in the middle of the research he was doing.
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine as well. I'm sure he'd already started work on it before leaving. You know anything about it?
I, of course, know the subject of his investigations, but as the one you're interested in has yet to be completed or published, I can't help you.
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I'm sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's a damn shame. I have to admit, I would have loved to meet the man myself. Heard so many great things. Even read his work in genetics regarding the origins of the Primo Selphia Earthlings with abundance. brilliant man.
And the truth is, he would have been just as interested in meeting you. Technomancers fascinated him, though I'm fairly certain he'd never met one who had ever read his publications. I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power grabs might have finally come back to bite him. He would even preach to his colleagues and the listeners at conferences. I would give anything to be wrong, of course, but hope is oftentimes incongruous with the reality we must come to face.
Hey there.
Officer, hello! What can I do for the fine officer today? Check out my merchandise. I have everything you'd ever need for hunting.
I hear you're the only merchant selling jellyfish venom.
You heard correct. Extracting the venom is a very delicate procedure. Would you...
The poison was just used to kill a young man who was making a name for himself in the arena.
That's horrible. But I just sell it, which is perfectly legal. And though I assume it's usually being used for big game hunting, I have no way to know for sure what my customers are going to use it for.
You sold any recently to someone who didn't strike you as a hunter?
Keeping in mind that it still isn't against the law to sell the venom, there were some gentlemen, looked more like Vori than hunters, but I mean, there's no way for me to... Who am I to judge, right? I've seen them in the neighborhood, and to prove I'm being honest, show me your map. Here it is, right here is where I last saw them. Please don't shut down my business.
I'm not shutting you down. Just stop selling this shit to folks who don't call themselves hunters. Clear? Word is, you're the guy who paid to kill Derek Labor. Guy who won his last fight in the arena a few days ago.
Fuck you! Who the hell you think you are coming in here like this, you prick? How about we teach you a lesson in manners? How about that, boys?
Make the slightest move, you're a dead man.
Stop, damn it, stop! We're the ones who shot Derek.
And who sent you to do it?
Shit, it was that fucking guard who watches over the fights. He wanted Derek gone. I don't know why, so don't ask. I just took what he paid, and I did what he asked, all right?
Yeah, all right. An honest killer. What'll they think of next? Later. I have 2 witnesses telling me you're behind Derek Labor's death. Why'd you do it?
Shit. Why did I do it? You know how much that little bitch cost me in serum? Pompous little ass was supposed to go down in the last fight. But no, He decided he needed to follow the rules. Being a pathetic laborer who started winning fights swelled his head. A little arrogance goes a long way in the arena. You get hurt outside of it, though, he was supposed to lose. He didn't. That hurt me really bad. So, I made an example of him to other fighters who think they can think for themselves, too.
You're under arrest for the murder of Derek Labor.
Yeah, sure. You and what army officer? Get out of here.
Miss, there's no easy way to say this, but I found your fiancé's body. The Vori killed him over some rigged bets.
No. No! No! Derek!
I arrested the man responsible. He's in jail now. And that doesn't bring Derek back, but at least the guy who did it will pay.
Thank you, officer. Thank you.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are you? Nothing broken, I hope?
I'm sorry, Scott. You were right to worry about your friend. According to his assistant, it seems that he had problems. He was quite critical of the corporation. And you know how dangerous it's been lately.
How crazy he was. He should have just stuck to his research. How foolish to meddle with politics. He was a very good researcher, you know? He made real progress on the settlers' genetic origins. How sad. And that poor woman who must be worried, sick. Listen, I thought... Anyway, maybe you could...
What's going on?
I know that I'm asking a lot from you, but I was wondering if maybe... you could continue to investigate. You are someone important now. You know a lot of people. They can tell you if Veronica's suspicions are justified.
I can probably talk about it with my captain, or tap into some contacts in the know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be sure, you see. I think that you need to recover his latest research. I strongly believe that, besides what he said, he found something dangerous. The ASC, they're thugs. We must not allow sensitive scientific research to fall into their hands. The risks are too high.
I'll see what I can do, but I doubt that Veronica will give me Charles's documents willingly. She's very protective of her boss's work. Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah. If he came back, I don't think he'd be too pleased to find out I handed it away. You ever find out what happened to him?
Still looking for leads. Just finding dead end after dead end. I'm still looking.
I keep hoping he just took a vacation. I know better. That man could never relax. Let me know if you hear anything, will you?
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita. To what do I owe the displeasure this time?
Professor Charles Seeker. I'm looking for what happened to him. What can you tell me?
The dangers of having a mind, of using it, and especially of speaking it, I'm afraid. His research and political opinions push the line, and patience of some. Funny how smart and wise don't always go hand in hand. That said, word is he boarded a train. Not so much a pleasure trip. More like a forced hiatus given the military escort and the colonel's re-education camp he was bound for. No matter the power of the mind, the power of a gun always seems to gain the upper hand in the end, don't you think?
I gotta go.
Then go.
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah. If he came back, I don't think...
From what I could gather, he was arrested and thrown into the correctional camp. Apparently his criticism of the government was more important to them than his work. Times we live in, I guess.
I don't even know what to... Such a loss. A waste. Maybe his work shouldn't be abandoned. If he's not coming back anytime soon, or at all, and you can do good with it.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are you? Nothing broken, I hope?
Unfortunately, I've received confirmation of what Veronica suspected. Charles was arrested and deported to a camp as a punishment for his comments. I'm sorry, Scott. I did bring back his research, though, since you wanted it.
Thank you, Zachariah. A camp? How awful. But what is happening to our dear abundance? We won't beat Aurora if we get rid of our scientists. Anyway, I'll take a look at these documents. No doubt our dear Charles was worried. They're coded. It's funny, it reminds me of the code we used as students, so that the professors wouldn't know about our adventures. All this is a little far away. I'm gonna have to think about it. Thank you, Zach. Thanks again.